tell them what to do, which is like this cult that follow Trump. You know, if somebody can tell me what to do, I just believe in whatever they tell me. So that's what I think is the semi-fascist,
authoritarian, centralized autocracy. That one man that rules it all.
Exactly.
I want to know what the difference is between that and the left right now. Mm-hmm. Joe Biden is one of the greatest centralizers of, the federal government in American history. Mm-hmm. Did you have a problem with him using OSHA to enforce federal vaccine mandates?
That's a hard question to do because first of all, I'm not a doctor, and second,
injections are wackola
with the public, and you're dealing with a pandemic. If you're not a scientist, we can have an opinion of what is best for you, or vaccine, no vaccine, whatever it is. But when it comes to a domain that I don't know, I'm not an expert. I try to follow the expert.
I understand that having a scientific conversation around it and the effectiveness of doing something like that. But we're talking about, it's actually more of a political question. Yeah. It's bypassing Congress to create law yourself. It's a political question. Is that okay?
No, I mean, I think in that respect, I don't think, Biden is God or does everything. It's because, I believe in democracy. And I know he has done some things that I would have preferred that he did it differently. And that could be one of them, because I'm more for getting the opinion of other people. I don't know why he made the decision, if it was to the point where he had to do it, or it would be, I don't know, a lot of people dying or hospitals not functioning.
Well, it was struck down because it was unconstitutional.
Exactly.
They knew it was.
I agree with your point.
What would qualify a MAGA Republican as being semi-fascist?
What would be a Republican who's fascist? Would be like anti-immigration, anti-immigrants, anti-Asians, anti-blacks, anti-minorities.
That sounds like a racist, is what you're saying.
Well, fascist would be someone that's how would you describe the word fascist then?
I'm curious how you would describe it after hearing that. Do you know what the definition? Do you know what a fascist is?
Fascist is someone that is, my understanding would be a fascist would be.
Yeah, that was a fire shot, though. Yeah, that was a fire shot. That was a fire shot. My man got a jumper, a burner. He got a torch.
Would be someone that is, I guess it's kind of similar to a racist.
The ones that broke into the Capitol did try to stop the proceedings to elect.
Okay, so that's what we're saying is Trump makes Trump fascist and MAGA Republicans. That's not that many people that were actually. Most people were charged with trespassing, and if they were damaging property, that's not good. But how many people were, being charged with actually trying to stop it from happening? Not that many.
But okay, so let's say that the 200 or so people.
And by the way, Democrats in 2016 tried to stop the certification of the election as well, just to let you know, as well as in 2000, as well as in 2004.
Well, I remember the Al Gore issue,
right?
And he conceded. Trump wouldn't concede.
I think a lot of people agree with you. It's not good for the climate of the nation to not concede an election. But did Democrats concede the 2016 election largely? Would you say?
Yeah, they did. Hillary had a concession speech, and everybody was shocked and disbelieved. A lot of people didn't want to concede it, but it was conceded.
Hillary wasn't conceding the election.
They didn't go to court.
And then she did concede it, and then she brought up after she conceded, saying that the election was stolen from her. So she technically actually didn't concede.
That was more of a term stolen, and you could say, oh, something was stolen without evidence, but she didn't go to court.
Filing a court case is what makes you a fascist.
Well, God, you get hung up on the fascist thing.
Well, that's not
stolen without evidence, but she didn't go to court.
Filing a court case is what makes you a fascist.
Well, God, you get hung up on the fascist thing.
Well, that's what I'm talking about here. Because this is an important topic. And by the way, they spent tens of millions of dollars investigating Trump-Russia collusion. The narrative was that Trump was a Russian operative. Just to remind us of what happened, it was 4 years of Trump-Russia collusion claims.
Yeah, well, it's more to the Trump-Russia story than we know.
If anything, there's more to it?
I would believe so.
Well, Okay, so you would more lean towards maybe the 2016 election was stolen and Trump colluded with Russia to win it.
Oh no, I wouldn't. I think he won.
So you're an election denier.
How would you define it?
So the definition of a fascist, it would be like somebody that is an authoritarian, wants centralized autocracy. That's not, you could call.
Right, exactly.
So are you changing your mind on
define it?
So the definition of a fascist, it would be like somebody that is an authoritarian, wants centralized autocracy. That's not, you could call.
Right, exactly.
So are you changing your mind on calling them semi-fascists then, or you still stand by that?
Well, I would think that. So my previous comment was that they are racist for sure, but I still think some of the Republicans, in terms of like they were trying to overturn the election, like saying that it was a stolen election. Fascist would be the wrong word to use. So in that sense, of fascist would be the wrong.
Are you changing your mind on calling them semi-fascists then, or you still stand by that?
Well, I would think that. So my previous comment was that they are racist for sure, but I still think some of the Republicans, in terms of like they were trying to overturn the election, like saying that it was a stolen election. Fascist would be the wrong word to use. So in that sense, of fascist would be the wrong word to use.
The reason why I'm bringing that up is because we're talking about centralized autocracy. We're talking about people that support a leader basically legislating on their own. Could you make that argument for the left wing just as much as you could make it like you're making it for the right wing? Is kind of the reason why I brought that up. Because the left seems to do that as well.
There's no consistency. There's no impartiality.
I wouldn't agree to
that. You know what I mean? Like there's like it's sad that there's bias against the right against them. You know what I mean? It's crazy, bro.
Just as much as you could make it like you're making it for the right way is kind of the reason why I brought that up. Because the left seems to do that as well.
It's like certain people think the left can do no wrong. The left is infallible. The left is, bro. Like a lot of people are delusional, bro. Like it is what it is.
This would be the wrong word to use. So in that sense, of fascist would be the wrong word.
The reason why I'm bringing that up is because we're talking about centralized autocracy. We're talking about people that support a leader basically legislating on their own.
Tyrant.
Could you make that argument for the left wing just as much as you could make it like you're making it for the right wing? Is kind of the reason why I brought that up. Because the left seems to do that as well.
If it happens to that extent,
they seem to be doing that.
Yes, I wouldn't agree too much on that. I wouldn't agree too much that it's going the same way, because this is why he's not getting a lot of the stuff Biden that he wanted, because a lot of it has been blocked by the Congress.
And, I definitely understand the concept of not being able to do something because it can't get through Congress. Right here, though, we're talking about bypassing Congress. We're talking about bypassing Congress for federal eviction moratorium using the CDC to do that, even though you're being told that, by the Supreme Court that it's unconstitutional, but doing it anyways. That's another example of something that Joe Biden has done. So again, I guess my question is, we're bringing up that MAGA Republicans are fascists because of that willingness for centralized autocracy. Is the left not doing the same thing?
Not that, like the same thing I answered you before, not to the same extent.
So what extent are they doing it on the right then? I guess it would be my next question.
On the right, I think it's more of the thing that, first of all, they don't even have a majority, and they get away with it, And even now that they're a minority, they still get away with things,
Do you mind if I ask what you're talking about?
Well, I'm talking to things that are easily observed. I mean, there's so many sometimes that it's hard to do. I would agree to remove the 50s. We don't need to do that. Nobody needs that unless you're going to war.
So to resist fascism, semi-fascism, or fascism, to resist that, you think that turning over the guns would prevent that uprising, you would say? Turning over your guns to the federal government.
Bad idea, man. Bad idea, bro. Yeah, bro. To answer that would be a bad idea, bro. Like, yo, crazy, bro. Yo, if y'all like that joint, yeah, if y'all like that joint, comment, share, sub, show love, man. Tell them Devo the Amberverse sent y'all. Let me know y'all honest thoughts, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, a lot, bro. Like if the people that think all Republicans are fascists, the people that think that all Republicans are fascists are bugging out, bro. They're bugging out. They're bugging out, man. It's They don't make sense, bro. They really don't, man. Yo, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate and love y'all. One love to the family of DTA, Elevation Before, no GTA, man. I'm gone.